Hello, this is going to be a brief review of my new Heritage Rough Rider 22 caliber pistol. Well, I say it's new, it's actually used. I picked this up at a pawn shop over the weekend for $100. The guy behind the gun desk actually was given this to settle a debt, and he just wanted to get cash for it. I think I got a pretty decent deal. It's in pretty good condition. There are a few scuffs on it here and there, but all in all, I believe you can get these new for about $175, $180. So used one with a few signs of wear, $100, not bad overall. Well, let's get right into it. I want to talk about a few things. So, a quick roadmap here. First, a brief overview, basic features of the gun, why I bought it, and then a more detailed description, including loading, safety, cocking and firing the gun, unloading it, clearing the rounds, switching the cylinders. It does come with a 22 long rifle cylinder and a second cylinder for 22 magnums. Pretty nice. Some of the rounds I fired through it and some of my quick overall impressions of the gun. First of all, basic features. It's a 6-shooter. It's a 22 caliber revolver. It's single action only. In other words, you have to actually pull back the hammer every time you want to shoot it. It doesn't do double action. If you pull the trigger, as you can see, nothing happens. Other features, it's got, as I mentioned, the 22 magnum cylinder, and then of course the 22 long rifle. And I'll get into what types of bullets I've been able to put through this so far. It's pretty versatile. Why I bought it, I already have other guns. I have another revolver, Smith & Wesson 686P. That's a 7-shooter, 357 Magnum, 38 Special. I just wanted something that I could go to the range with and do some pretty cheap shooting. This really fits that bill. I have a couple semi-automatic guns as well, but I enjoy the revolver. I think they're fun to shoot, and this is a nice, cheap way to do that. Detailed descriptions, loading. Loading's pretty straightforward. It's not as easy as my Smith & Wesson. The cylinder doesn't swing out to load. In this case, what you do is you just flip open the loading door and pull the hammer back halfway. It'll lock in place. And you may be able to see that the open cylinder is aligned with the little loading groove here in the frame. And as you drop the rounds in, you simply rotate the cylinder manually, and you can load them all up in there. When you're done, loading door closes. That simple. Let's see here. Safety. This revolver has a nice safety built into it. You may see here that hopefully this is in the camera's field, but you may see that the hammer is slightly separated from the frame. That's because the safety's on. There is a little bar. When you flip this lever, you see there it's off. But basically, when you rotate this up, a little bar rotates up. Basically, prevents the hammer from slamming shut all the way and impacting the firing pin. So when the safety's on, you can pull the trigger, but the hammer is physically prevented from impacting the firing pin at all. So that's a nice feature. Just gives you that little extra peace of mind. Cocking and firing, you've seen me do it. It's very straightforward. Pull the hammer back, it rotates the cylinder, and firing, nothing to it. It's got a pretty nice trigger. I would say it's fairly light. It's probably not as light as my Smith & Wesson, but it's pretty comfortable overall. Unloading the gun, or clearing it after you've fired all the rounds. What you do here is you go as if you flip the loading door open as though you're going to load it. Pull the hammer back halfway again. The cylinder is aligned, and you're going to take the extracting lever here and simply push it. And by doing so, you see that rod. It's going to eject the spent round. It's pretty straightforward. Let's see, switching cylinders. I have a video on this exclusively, but this is very easy to do. I won't go into quite as much detail, but you press the cylinder release button. There's a pin here. I'm going to open the unloading door. Pin's working a little bit tough this morning. There it goes. Cylinder comes out. 22 magnum cylinder. Notice the geared section is going to go towards the back of the gun. Flips right in there. Loading door is shut. And I think I needed to pull the hammer. I was not pulling the hammer back quarter weight, and that's why I was having trouble. Pin goes back in. Done. Okay, rounds I've fired through it. Well, of course, standard 22 long rifle. Of course, you're familiar with that. I've shot the CB shorts through it. Those are pretty fun. They're lower power, about 710 feet per second. They're pretty quiet too. They're very quiet actually. But if you want the quietest, you can go to the Super Colibri. This is made by the Mexican firm Aguila, and put that there just in line. The Super Colibri uses primer only. There's no gunpowder in the round. Show you contrast there. Much lighter grain bullet. Travels at about 500 feet per second. It is extremely quiet. It's no louder than a pellet gun or any sort of air gun. Very, very quiet. And as I mentioned, the gun, by swapping out the cylinders, you can shoot the 22 Magnum through it as well. Overall impressions, it's a fun gun. It's extremely inexpensive to operate because the 22s, well, the 22 Magnums are actually pretty expensive, but if you're just sticking with 22 long rifle format, pretty inexpensive to operate. You're talking just a few cents per shot. It's fun. It's a sort of cowboy style revolver. It's a lot of fun shooting it. I enjoyed it at the range yesterday. Only drawback I would say is the sighting is pretty non-existent. You've got a front sight. Here there's a groove that's basically cut in the top of the frame. It's kind of difficult to see it there, but essentially instead of the two dots you'd find on a lot of pistols, you essentially just look right down the groove to the front post. It works. I was doing okay with my aim, but it definitely, it's not perfect in terms of sighting. But this isn't a competition grade pistol, and so hopefully that won't be a problem. Well, that pretty much wraps up my review of the Heritage Manufacturing Rough Rider. If you've got any questions, comments, please feel free to leave them, and I'll respond to them as best I can. Thanks for watching.